It looks okay, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Is the top of that branch out there, was that mask?
Those, when you see these lighter ones?
Yeah, the light little one.
Yeah, they're all
That
masked.
big branch that went out.
Yeah.
Did you mask that also?
Yeah, all those small ones,
Oh, only.
the small ones. Okay. But not the big ones.
Not the big.
Yeah. All right, now, you got to, 1 hour already? Oh, wow. Okay, so we're going to do some details quick, okay? I'm not sure you can still, probably cannot zoom anymore. Now I need to look at the picture and do some details of the sheep. Okay, so now this side is darker colors. Because it's in the shade. You just need to now I'm painting the way that people paint.
So your paper is damp right now?
No,
Not damp?
no, it's mostly dry, but still a little damp. If it damp, I cannot do that much about detail at all.
Yeah.
So a little bit more detail. Okay. All right. So a lot of details. The eye area, the ear. So this side of the head, the face, it's a little bit darker. So this is another. It disappeared into here. It's okay. It's not necessary to separate so well. Okay. This has to be a little bit darker. All right. Little exciting colors, more warmer color, same as here. Hey, I like this color. Okay. So when I paint, many times I invent colors as well. Try to get a little bit more exciting color than very dull colors. So all these detail takes a little bit more time. And here's the shadow going down like that. And stomach is darker here. In general, you are painting bigger shading area first. So you put the whole thing first. In order to have some texture, you dry, if your brush dry a little bit, then you can be able to create some rough textures. Maybe darker shadow. For shadows, it's not necessary, the same value. For instance, here is darker, and here's lighter. If you want to ask question, it's fine. I can answer questions while I'm painting.
Are you using red right now?
Majorly I'm using blue and red. Yeah, blue and red. Okay.
Yeah, maybe in about 5 or 10 minutes, when you get to a place to stop, we could just take like a 5 or 10 minute break.
Yeah.
And then they could come up and look at your, we could see what it looks like.
Okay.
It probably looks different.
Yeah, it looks different from the.
So right now it's about 5 minutes to 2, so maybe,
Yeah.
just let us know when you get to a spot where you.
Yep.
Lian, what kind of brush?
I'm using the black velvet. You're welcome. Yep, I think it's a good idea to have everybody take a break first. After I do a little on the head. Because the head is more important. Once you get the head done, the other is easy. And then the head is especially the ear.
And I noticed that instead of using masking tape, it looks like you're using a clear packing tape. Or
Yeah.
what do you use?
The clear packing tape better than masking tape.
And it doesn't stick, tear your paper up?
No.
Is it a thinner?
Thinner, and also you see even tear your depends on how you tear out. When you peel it out, you peel away from the printing,
Right.
and then you're okay. You are okay. You don't paint, you don't peel,
But it looks like it's thinner. Like
Yeah.
those rolls usually are wide, so you're getting it thinner.
thin one is okay. Doesn't matter to me.
Where do you get it?
Oh, just Costco.
Has the thin rolls.
Yeah. They have thin nose, they have, doesn't matter thin or thick, I just grab it from wherever at home. My daughter used them a lot too for the projects. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop. And then all right, so let me show you how to take off the masking and do something here. So to take off the masking, I use tape. Here's my tape. Okay. This is a masking tape. Oh, the one I told you that is a clear packing tape. That's all. I'm sorry. This is masking tape. You can use masking tape. I want to take the edges, but one problem of this is that if you put a lot of water on it, and then you ruin the page of the tape. So you may not want to do that. So when you take off the masking, you need to wait until it dry. So this area kind of finished. So I can do that. So see, So you can just use or use a finger, you know, to take them out. So once you finish the background area of that, so you can take off the masking and put some color on that. Okay. So actually, I have not finished this yet, but anyway, it's okay. So this is going to be that. Okay. So you just need to put a little color on it. Oh, by the way, this palette, some people have questioned, why do you have to say 3 colors? Why you have this color all here? This is a Chinese painting. I use this palette for everything. And these 3 are connectum rose, pyro red, nephthol red. So once I use the nephthol red, I mean the pyro red today, like these 2, I keep using it all the way from beginning to the end.
And the other red was what?
Nephthol red. They're very similar. Actually, sometimes I'm confused which one's which. This is a connectum rose. Okay. And then 2 yellows, different yellow. You know, this is one yellow, there's another one. And this is 1, 2, 3, N4. And this is Prussian. But I rarely use Prussian. It's kind of stained. Okay, now I'm going to paint a typical area of the those little branches. So I'm using these to do the 1 layer of yellow, thin yellow. So since I'm not doing a very intense color, so I can get some color from here. All right. When I'm doing that, my my brush touched the color around it. So which end up kind of green because there's a lot of blue on the background area, which is fine with me. Okay. Many times people ask me, hey, I'm using the same color. Why your color is more fresh, more vivid than mine? 2 things. You want to keep your color vivid. One is that try to mix the color on the paper rather than on the palette. Okay. Second, not to mix too much. Watercolor, I found that this is one thing that is that the more you mix, the worse they are. So it's not a good idea to mix them a lot. Then I'm going to use a little a purpley or color, especially in this area. I need to make it darker so the deer, not the deer, the bighorn can pop out, can stand out a little bit more. So you paint according to what you want to see, not according to what you see. If according to what I see, it's lighter. Okay, so I don't do that. So they don't have to be same color. Some lighter, some darker. Some a little bit more red, like this one, a little bit more red. But in general, you don't want to leave white, so some more green. So when you're painting, how come your painting looks good? It's because you have a change of colors, your lighter colors. So this is a typical way. Now this is a little bit too bright. So whatever you paint, each Chinese painting is the same thing. You need to change color, change value, change shape. So that big Chinese painting of the peony, you can see almost different peony. Each one is different. Change shape. All right, they will look better. So this is how you do the this. Okay. All right, I'm going to save time not doing that. Okay, now red rocks. Okay, I say I'm going to show you how to do some red rocks. When I paint, usually I have 2 brushes. One is for putting color down. One is for blending. Okay, usually the one bigger is for blending. All right, now you either paint the rock darker or paint the rock lighter. Okay, now I'll choose to paint the rock and leave the rock lighter. So this is the shape of the rock. Now use this bigger, larger brush to blend the color out. Okay. All right. So here, improvise here. So use the lighter color as the rock. Okay. Blend it out. Blend it out. So you can see the rocks. All right. Same thing here. Paint the background darker. Leave the rock lighter. Okay. All right. So on the top, paint the background darker. Okay. You don't want to have a line like this. Just blend it. Okay. All right. Now you are, if you want to go further to divide the rocks, then you are paint the rock behind darker and leave the one in the front lighter. See this one in the front. This one's behind. Okay. All right. Painting rocks is, some people think it's difficult, but actually it's not difficult. All right. For instance, I'm going to divide this rock into two. So you paint the rock behind darker. Okay, and call the shape at the front of the rock, of this rock lighter. So this rock at the front, you don't paint it. Instead, you paint the one at the front, I mean behind, darker, and then blend the color there. Okay, so now you can see the separation of 1, 2, 3 rocks. Maybe have one more separation there. So maybe when you follow this rule, you define all the rocks. Okay. All right. So on the bottom of the rock, you paint the floor, the ground or the dirt darker, and blend the colors. Okay. If you have to paint the side of the rock, you improvise. So this rock is a side like this side. And on the bottom, define it a little bit more. So you have two side rock. One side, two sides. If I have 3 sides, so you paint 3 sides. This is a very tough. Sometimes I'm confused which one is which one. So there's 3 sides. Okay. So a little texture on the rock. We are in a red rock country, so it's a good idea to learn how to paint rocks. So this is some little chips on the rock. Maybe make this into 2 sides as well. So this one on the top gets light. This is a nice effect, look like glasses. Just leave it alone. All right. So basically, I show you the main thing about this painting. Now, to show you a little bit more negative painting, make this into like a fall down stump with or branch with branches. Okay. So now paint the ground. Paint the ground. You see the top?
Did you get it drawn in ahead of time?
No.
You're just doing it now?
Yeah, just doing it now because it happened on my painting. Okay. Log or whatever. Okay. So now ends up here, maybe a little broken. So you paint around. Negative painting, many people afraid of doing that. I have fun doing that. I don't afraid. So the Morlocks. So negative painting means you don't paint object. You paint around object. So this how come I do not call it negative painting. I give you another name. I give a name of paint around. Paint around. Okay, now here. How to improvise? Okay, you can connect these. It's a branch coming out. Okay, and you connect these. It's a branch coming out. All the branches. This connect to that. And here's nothing to suggest. And you go like this. Okay, so and connect this to this. All right. You cannot see very clear. Okay. How about that? Yeah, I just use pencil to draw, so you understand. So now I'm not painting the branches. I paint between the branches. This is called negative painting. Improvise. Improvise.
Easy, right?
Well, if you do, people always have tough time at the beginning. But once you start doing that, it's not that difficult. So all you need to do is to paint the gaps of them or paint around the objects. Do not paint the object. Then you get the but here, what do? You don't do anything because they already they already have a shape. You don't have to paint around here. But here on the colored area, I don't have a shape.
Right.
I have to do that. Okay. All right. Now, what about this area? I don't want to do negative painting. Fine. Just connect these. So on the very light color area, you can just do that. All this darker stuff, you can make that into branch as well. Okay, so that's about negative painting. Connecting these, put some darker branches between. Okay, this is watercolor. Other painting, you do not have to do negative painting, but watercolor is good to do negative painting. In fact, you can do more negative painting. For instance, this is another branch behind the second layer.
Yeah.
You say I wait a little bit more until dry a little bit more. So this is second layer. This. Okay, so you have a depth. All right. So for this painting, I think I'm kind of leave alone, okay? Oh, okay. Those are actually painted for the leaves. Yeah. 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 These are the. Yeah, maybe I can demo a little. Yeah.
So you can see it.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's the same thing as painting the wines and grapes, but just different shape. That's all.
But it takes a long.
Yes. Yeah, a long time. It's just different shapes. Okay. So.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to see.
Can you demonstrate masking on your tool?
I don't have mask in here. I'm sorry. All right, now, can you see this area?
Yeah.
Okay, let's say we want to define some leaf on this area. So you tend to leave the lighter color leaves, not touch. And now you paint the 3 holes. So that those holes you see through the leaves. But those holes are not the same size. And then you're not doing this. You're not doing this.
Right.
Okay. So actually you can start doing this. After you do that, and then you go into it, just cut it into it.
Right.
So the edge. So the edge.
Wow. Making your own white spots.
So this whole area is behind.
Yeah.
Okay. You can even have branches. You have to be patient. Being a doctor trained me as to be patient. And you can see this little branch. Yes.
So some of those look like you actually, when you negative painted, you painted around, so they were like leaf shapes, almost like little V shapes.
Yeah. You don't paint the leaf.
Right.
You paint the
around.
3 holes
Yeah,
and around it.
yeah,
Okay.
but you never draw any of that.
No.
In the beginning, when you started, did you draw to make your brain
No.
understand?
I don't want to draw it
Oh,
because
I forgot he was a doctor, architect, and there
Um,
you go. That explains it. Okay, so the rest of us. Yeah.
it doesn't matter. I forget MIT already.
You're like genius.
No, not necessarily. And my wife will say, "How come you so?
Oh, well, you show.
You cannot figure out to do this."
Now, what is your wife's name? Is she?
Yiling.
well-known?
Yiling. Her name's Yiling.
Jean?
Z.
Oh, Z.
Lin. Yeah.
She still paints?
No. She works as a nurse.
Oh, that's
She's happy. Maybe she already took care of one of your relatives. Maybe. She doesn't come to here that often. She's mainly working for home care, specialty in wound care. So she works like 15 hours per day because she enjoys so much. When she saw patients getting healed from her care, and she's more happy than seeing me, you know. So she just over time, you know.
Gives you time to.
Yeah.
It's true.
Okay, this whole area is like that.
Wow.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think it looks better this way, huh? Thank you, thank you. So, go home and try, right? Yeah, okay.
This is your chance for any last minute questions. He's here.